people that couldn't afford super stock, it was supposed to be this starter class.
Oh, yes, the old, yes.
and at first it didn't. I paid $8,750 for my first tractor without tires and wheels. I bought it from Dale Monreal. And, it didn't cost a lot of money then. You could get in it pretty cheap, but it's snowball. You can't buy nothing for $8,750 now.
Well, so we talk about, okay, so Pro Stock started as the beginner class, and then we went super. That was the next beginner class, so it just down the road here. But
it just gets, people start figuring out stuff. And I think the dyno and the CNC machines has blowed this thing crazy, We didn't have dynos back then, didn't have CNC machines. You just made stuff and you went to the track and you hope it worked,
So let's talk, okay, so, first year of the Pro Stocks when they started out, what do you think you were making back then as far as horsepower goes? Is there any idea?
Probably 700 or 800 horse.
Really? Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
We didn't have much. I mean, the hot farms today probably run as good as we did.
Now, Kevin, we talked a little bit yesterday about, one of your favorite pulls down in Louisville. And, you said 1985 was the first year you competed down there. And what, 86 you didn't get in or something?
I've been there every year since.
Yeah, that's impressive.
That's awesome.
I'd love to go to Louisville. I always liked going to see his dad. And that's always been that's the pull. I like that one. And we've been successful there, so that helps.
Absolutely, right.
So how did you arrive? I know this is, Danny drives it now, but how did you arrive at naming your first tractor Rampage?
Well, I had about 3 names in mind, and when the guy come, we had this guy come and airbrush it, and he was like most of them guys are, about half high and half drunk. And I showed him the 3 names I had, and he liked that, so that's what we went with.
Okay, fair enough.
And it's really stuck, We thought about, when I bought Get Her Done, making that Rampage 2 or something, but we just kept it its own thing,
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I always said, painters are a special breed. They're usually working off hours, and they freehand.
But that's how we started, and it's really stuck with us. And, I run it till Danny started to drive up my 4430 probably when he was about 18, and then when we built the new one, we shared from about 05 to 2011, and then he didn't want to share anymore, so I had to go buy another one.
So let's talk about that. Now, that was the old Tramick tractor, the Get Her Done tractor, and you guys, that became your second tractor in the stable.
Yeah, because Brian, how it all started is he asked me to run it about 5 or 6 events because he had a modified and a couple of supers.
We talked about he was a little bit of everything at that point.
So he asked me to pull one night if I'd drive it and haul it around some because we were running the circuit. And I thought, because I didn't really know him that well. And that's how it started. And then one day he goes, you want to buy this thing? And he sold it to me at a pretty reasonable price. In fact, his dad keeps saying they want to buy it back. They think a lot of that tractor.
It's a good piece.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
But he sold it to me reasonable and helped me, and stuff. And we're really super good friends to this day,
Awesome.
Yeah, that's one thing about pulling, right? The friendships that you make for, probably guys you met back in, 81 there, you're probably still.
It's all about that. Yeah, like you guys, you might remember Dale Monreal.
Oh,
he was a tough Pro Stock
Yeah,
puller.
Mike was actually running last night.
Here. Dale was here last night. He's the one that got me started. He sold me the 4430, and we're still super good friends to this day. I mean, I always tell him he's the reason I spend all this money. He's the one that started me on.
The old Bandit, Massey Ferguson, right?
He built the Bandit when he sold me the 4430.
Okay, all right.
Gotcha.
Yep. And he helped me at first. I didn't really know a whole lot. I did a little drag racing back then, but I didn't know much about pulling. He helped me a whole bunch, so I'm still really good friends with him.
Now, I always ask, and I ask Danny, I ask everybody, and I'm going to ask you the same question. Okay, so tomorrow I bring you a blank check. Money is no object. You have to build something to pull next year. It cannot be a Pro Stock tractor. What would it be?
Semi.
That's what Danny said.
Now, wait, is it going to be with a V8 Mac in it?
Yep,
there we
okay,
go. So we'll have 2 V8 Macs.
We got one at home. I bought one a couple of years ago at the truck show. And it's 1980 Superliner with a V8, and
Okay.
We always wish we'd have bought J.R. Collins' truck.
Yes, I wish you had
yes.
too. That's a beautiful
Coolest
truck.
ever. you
Yes,
know?
absolutely.
That's what it'd be, because I drive truck a lot on the farm and stuff, and that I could see me. I wouldn't mind running unlimited. A couple years ago, me and Joe Edgar were going to switch up at Bowling Green, but he was leading the points and Danny was leading the points, and neither one of us thought we ought to do
Yeah,
it.
that
was a
makes
bad-
that's a bad
idea for
bad
everybody
idea
to get
for sure.
into.
Don't do that. Yeah, makes sense.
But I wouldn't mind having one of those too.
Okay.
Maybe
Well, awesome.
maybe I'm too old to do that now.
Nah, Ken Vinny's still doing it, and
That's
he's
true.
That's right.
80 whatever,
And
but
still winning. Yes, absolutely.
was second in the points this year.
Yeah,
So
Ken's a great guy. That's a wealth of knowledge right there.
absolutely. He's forgotten more about cylinder heads than we will ever know.
Yes, absolutely.
We had some clutch trouble one time years ago, and he helped us through that. Even though he was all automotive type, he still knew
Centrifugal
ins and
style
outs,
clutches and just new, And Kevin, we talked about the friendships you made, but the family part of this. Multi generations. I know a couple weeks ago there in the winner's circle at Bowling Green, Danny's boy with his trophy.
Yep,
alongside.
pedal pole.
He's just chomping at the bit.
Oh yeah, it's great. We got friends. I say I got better friends in other states than I do around home. Like Tim, us and the Canes are really good friends. The Lemke's. We all want to beat each other on the track, but we're all super good friends and would do anything. And I always said it didn't matter where I was traveling in the United States. I know somebody I could get help from.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And last night, we go back to the track behind us here. What a consistent track here. That's, I think, one thing that competitors, they come from all over the United States and Canada here. And that's all they ask for is a consistent track. And, boy, this one here, very impressive.
It's good dirt. We've got this dirt in a strip pit south of here. The guy, I don't know, he donated it, but it was a good deal. And it took a few years to get it set in, and then we got the best guy in the business building it, so Jim Miller. So
Right.
yeah, and Danny and his guys last Saturday, they opened it up, put like 16,000 gallon of water in, and sealed
Start
it
getting
back
it ready.
up. Yeah, because
Gotcha.
it's been so dry around here,
Absolutely.
Well, speaking of dry,
Yeah, it's
Yeah, well,
it's starting to
Little liquid sunshine here
sprinkle
before
here.
the show.
I
Yeah.
hope not. And I hope it don't rain.
Yeah,
too
it
much.
should blow over. It looks like clear behind us. So.
Yeah, I got to do better tonight. I didn't do so good last night, so I got to redeem myself tonight here.
Absolutely. Well, we always.
We found a problem with it. So
Oh, did you fix it?
yeah.
Okay.
We'll let this loader behind us get past us so you can hear us again. But we'll talk a little bit about, away from pulling. I know you're a farmer. What, corn and soybeans mostly, or?
Yeah, mostly corn, soybeans, a little bit of wheat. We got a few beef cattle,
And how many acres there?
we farm about 3,000. And around here, that doesn't sound like a lot in big country, but our fields aren't very big around here and stuff. So it's pretty much just me and Danny. I got a couple brothers, one's retired, so we pretty much do it on our
Okay.
own. Speaking of grandkids, there goes one now.
Right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
The next generation
Yeah.
right there. Yeah,
Well,
the next.
he's already.
He's already pedal pulling
Oh,
and.
Yeah. It's I almost quit probably about 10 years ago, and more than that, 20, I guess. And my wife says, Danny followed you all those years. You can't quit now.
Right.
It's time for
You
him
break
to
his
drive.
heart. Yeah, you break his heart.
And he does most of the work. He's a heck of a mechanic, and he's a good kid. People say he's. I hear people say he's spoiled and all this. Well, he works his butt off. And you see how he works out here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, yeah.
This means the world to him. This pull, Charlie Swartz was like another grandpa to him. He really was. They did an award for him the other night, and Danny was real emotional.
Sure. Absolutely.
Charlie's a good guy. He was a tough guy. Some people didn't know how to take him, but he was a good guy. And this meant the world. He's smiling on us right now. I guarantee you.
Absolutely. Well, again, if you just tuned in, this is the Countdown to Pull Time. Jeremy Krieger and Dan Mayer visiting here with Kevin Schmucker, driver of the Rampage. Will be out tonight in the stock division.
Yeah, right here in Stark County.
Yep.
Stark
Danny
County.
said about a half hour.
Not even that.
Give or-
About
okay.
20 mile, probably. About just straight east of here.
Okay.
So this is where I grew up in this fair and 4-H. So, and we didn't have. I guess it was in '64 here, but when I was in 4-H, a lot of the years we didn't have one. Then we got the track built.
Yeah, like you say, it's got up to this Grand National level here with the classes,
and we've heard so many good things today. That makes you feel good,
Sure.
From like the 2-wheel drive class and it really does.
Absolutely. My first time here as well, here this weekend, and it's just great facility for pulling, and it's.
We're glad to have you. We feel like we got the best in the business here, all the way around. Darren and you two and Alan.
Well, it's certainly fun to be here. Like I say, what kind of draw in your last?
Oh, so there you go. All right.
I know where I got to go.
Yep, there you go.
I think Danny's 7th, I think.
Okay.
So, well, I've been doing pretty well with water pressure. I think it ran like it should, and they won't run right when they get hot. So we caught it on the computer back there. We were looking it over today. So hopefully tonight will be better,
Sure.
Gotcha. All right. Well, Kevin, we thank you for joining us here. Countdown to Pull Time show here in Canton, Ohio. Here as we are just about. We're getting close here.
Yeah.
Now we're joined here by Mr. Schultz.
Thanks for what you guys do to help promote this. It's great.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you coming out here, and we know you got to get ready to go here tonight, so we'll let you go.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks.
Good to see you.
Kevin Schmucker. How cool is that?
Very cool.
Absolutely. Both the Schmuckers here. Now
let's talk some points.
Well, yes.
Who's our next? Do you have our next
we've
guest
got
lined up
Terry Black scheduled.
He was
here
supposed
for
to
5:15.
Supposed to be here at 5:15.
So
as soon as we see him, we'll bring him in. But I just wanted to come out and talk some points a little bit, guys. It's shaping up to be pretty fun. Our two-wheelers first out of the gate. Have you seen the pulling order yet tonight?
We haven't yet, but we heard it was the same.
Okay. Yeah, so it looks like they're staging two-wheelers now back there.
So we're going to go two-wheel drive, and let's talk about two-wheel drive. Last night we what a show. We had 26 vehicles,
right,
and came right down to the final vehicle in the class, the points leader.
Absolutely.
Back against the wall, and Chase Richardson put the Suffer Insanity in the victory circle.
He did, absolutely, without question. And I will be honest with you. I thought that Donnie Sullivan's pass when he came by there, 2 feet plus was enough to get it done. But Chase said, "Here, I'm going to see your 240 and raise you 242."
Yeah, absolutely. Made some big changes on that truck.
342.
Yep. Made some big changes on the truck, and it worked out. They were kind of throwing some things at it, and it really worked. And goes in here tonight with a 6-point lead over Donnie Sullivan. So we've had a shakeup in the points here.
Right.
Suffer Insanity, still our points leader, but then Donnie Sullivan, number 2 now with the big stick. And we've got Wesley Foster, the Barboyer truck out of Tennessee. He's moved up here. The Taz truck here, the team out of Texas, John Hunt.
Had some catastrophic engine failure last night. Threw a rod, but it didn't go all the way through the pan. So they were up to about 3:30 this morning, putting a new bullet in that Taz Chevrolet.
Burning the midnight oil.
Absolutely, with the help of several.
Yes.
We walked over there after the pull, and there's eight or nine people in there, deep in getting that thing back in the frame rails and getting the supercharger bolted back on it, and that's what pulling's really all about. Everybody.
Yeah, with the two-wheel class, so you can't give up. How many points trucks are 30-something?
Well, like you say, we had yesterday going into last night's program, we had mathematically 10 trucks that could have won the championship.
That's fun for guys like you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Get your little Rain Mans out and start.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
definitely.
Start using our toes.
Yeah, I'm an excellent driver. I'm an excellent driver.
But then rounding out our top 5 here, we got the Buckeye Hauler, 7-time champion.
Yep.
Jesse Petro and his 2 trucks here, 5th and 6th.
Yeah, very much still in the conversation.
So this is going to be a great evening for pulling here. And once again, 7 o'clock start time. If you can't be here in Stark County, make sure you check out FullPull.Live. And great action. We were talking about it last night. Now, Jason, you were over in Wasion last night.
I was.
Let's talk about it.
It was great. We had the Grand National mini rods. We had the Grand National 4-wheel drives. Basically, Mangan just had to bump the sled last night, make an A to B pass.
But anything can happen.
Absolutely, especially like in those bigger classes with bigger numbers. There's so many points trucks.
Right.
And it was fun to see the region mod, two-wheelers, hot farms, and super farms as well. So originally, about 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, they're like, okay, we're going to run the mods first ahead of the minis, so they kind of lay the track in. Well, then about an hour before pull time, they started doing numbers, and they wanted the tracks to finish at the same time, so they sent the minis out first. And it was a good track.
Okay.
And Adam Kester was walking off and says, Jason, this is about to get wild. And we had 4 front ends. leave us. They left us 4 wheels. They left with 3. Or they started with 4.
Oh wow,
Okay.
4.
Yeah,
All right.
we came some 3-wheelers, but I would say the drivers that figured it out, parked them out there. Really, I mean, Ken Venny was about 12.5 points behind Mr. McDonald. Brian took the lead at 3:15 about halfway through the show, and then Ken came up and got him by a foot. And then really, at that point, I think Brian felt okay. It'd be hard to get 10 trucks at that time, between 1 foot. It's possible.
Right.
I've seen crazier stuff.
Right.
And then actually he came out with Chase's
And
tractor.
wins the class on the vibrator.
I heard the story was you guys said Chase was on the winner's circle with the Chase and where is watching the live stream of Wasion and watches his mini rod.
Watching his mini rod. Yes.
That's right.
And it was
pretty cool.
It was pretty awesome.
It was pretty cool to see that.
So congratulations, Brian McDonald, first Grand National Championship.
Who have we crowned so far? So Joe Adrian Unlimited.
Yeah, R.J. Simon's been twice.
Light
the
mod
light mod and the
Super
semis.
And then we got
Ryan McDonald.
And
Mini class.
then Mark Mangan in four-wheel drive.
Mark Mangan in four-wheel
And then
drive.
tonight we'll have light supers and two-wheel drives.
And Terry has a 1-point lead over Whitworth now?
Yes. Terry has 1 point lead over Whitworth. And let's see here. Yep, the Bin Buster had moved up to number 3 spot.
Okay.
So right now.
So Whitworth are 2 and 3.
Phillips tied for that number 4 spot. So they are tied, and they are 23 points back. So
how many light supers do we have, roughly?
15.
We have
We've got
15.
So really it's going to be these
2-horse race,
Yep.
pretty much. And the way that the luck of the draw here is Bin Buster's going to be early in the class like we saw last night.
Right.
And then Yield Express will go, and then I think Terry's down near the bottom is what he had told me earlier.
And I don't know if the plan is like it was last night, but they let Colton drive both tractors so that he could kind of stay fresh and get a feel.
Yep.
Scott decided to take a break this weekend, so I would assume they'll do that again tonight.
Yeah, Dad had said that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to get him comfortable here, make a pass, get the nerves out a little bit here, and then go after it with the second tractor. So we'll see.
On FullPull.Picks.com, guys, for the light supers, we have a cash pick game up tonight. Pick 2 to finish in the top 3.
Okay.
Extremely insane. It's about 2-1 right now, guys. Gettinger's 11-1 with Digger's Deer. Bin Buster 1.8 to 1. Daniel Northcutt's 11-1. A&D Excessive Force. Cody Chiswick 4-1. Spiegelberg 2-1. Whiskey's Fine 11-1. There's Yield Express. So right now it's kind of looking like your favorites. Again, Terry Blackburn's almost even there at 1-1, Dan.
So now I got to ask you the big question: did you win any money yesterday with our picks?
On the picks that
let me check.
Hold on.
On our Wednesday,
this could be big.
Our Wednesday weigh-in, did we steer you wrong, or did you win some money?
Here we go.
This,
drum roll, please.
We need a drum roll.
Yes, here we need a drum roll.
And I'm looking. So
what
we picked? Light supers in Canton, right?
Yeah, I think you had $60 and you spent all of it.
Yes.
Like when we were like,
and
oh
minis,
God,
minis,
you took the field, I think, at one point on a few
Yeah.
things.
So Snake dollar sign won Bin Buster and considered armed dangerous last night. We did not do good in light supers.
Daggone it.
Pro stocks, nobody cashed out in the pro
cashed
stocks
out.
last night.
Okay, so
Still looking good for us, guys. 2-wheel drives. That's where we did our 2 field picks.
Okay.
Jeremy, and that did not turn out for us either.
daggone it.
Yeah, Redline Fever 1969 and Barbed Wire.
Barbed wire.
I
wait,
wonder who that is.
Yeah, there he is.
Hey, there's a Barbed Wire.
Hey, wait a
he
minute.
is.
Hey.
Foster. So, we did not do well, guys. But you know
Okay.
what? I'm not going to hold it against you.
Thank you.
It was,
we sort of
it
did
was
that
for
on the fly.
It was for promotional purposes.
Yeah, I was going to say,
only.
thank you.
Yeah, we didn't sit down like your brother, Jeremy, and take 17 days to figure out who's going to,
mathematically.
well, the hook number 7
from
for
all
the
the
last
angles.
32 years.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how Miles would do it.
No, I know, but it works. I was not in that line of patience when God handed out patience.
I understand.
Yeah, no, me neither. No.
For sure.
I like to do my thing as fast as we can. But,
So we'll talk pro stocks.
Yes.
We've got Brent Meyer, defending champion. He's still on top. 3rd place finish last night. So he's sitting, pretty decent here. Julia didn't have the run she was looking for last night. I think she finished right around the 10th spot last
But is
night.
holding second in the points at just 12 back.
12 back,
But
so-
RJ made a move last night.
Yeah,
Yes,
he did.
Absolutely. Loud and Heavy X's. He picked up his first Grand National win, as that was 9th winner we had in the Grand National.
Yep,
circuit.
I think that's what you said.
Yeah, so we're knocking on the door here for most winners in a season. So that is looking good. And then of course Mike Connie had trouble last night.
Now,
with the
did he have first hook, guys, and turn it down?
He did.
down to run
338
at
and some change.
Yep.
Okay.
So we figured he would have been around 5th.
Yeah, he would have been top 5.
Right around that spot, but he wanted to win. This is the hometown pull.
Yeah, I heard
He
you guys
was
talking
going
about
for
that.
it.
I tuned in a couple times in between runs up there in Wasion. So,
Well, and Jason, I want to tell you, I don't know how busy you're going to be tonight, but you've got to watch the Classic Super Stocks. That was an unbelievable class last
Yes.
night.
How tight were they?
They were super tight.
Yeah.
And the points implications from last evening.
Could you even figure it out?
Well, no, Melissa helped us out
Yep.
here. We've got 2 tractors that are tied for the number 1 spot here, and we've got another tractor in third that's 2 points back. So, yeah, and they've still got, I think she had said after tonight they've got 2 more hooks.
So pre-1980 sheet metal, 1980 or older.
So like the D21s, the 56 series.
Yes,
saw 3.
we saw 3 D21s.
Is the yellow
On
one
the
here?
same, yes.
Yes,
yes.
okay, cool.
So you've seen these before.
And
Oh,
the,
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
the
all
Slutty Alice is here as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
It'll hook to anything.
And it will. That's
It is
right.
seriously the best name ever.
It is. I'll hook to anything.
Yeah, it says I hooked to anything.
on the side shields.
I'll post that on Full Pull social media, so you don't think we're just making that
No,
up.
no, she's here in all
She's
of her
here.
glory. But there
She's
are
here in all of her
856s, 656s, D21s, and then the light supers. There are 2 Deutzes in there,
Yeah, we had
like
2
limited
Deutzes,
supers.
limited supers.
air-cooled.
There are
air-cooled
2
Deutz.
Olivers in there last night. Really just fun to watch. But yeah, so what I think 1 and 2 were separated by less than a foot last night. Like
Yep,
they were both like in the same like 294.
And they were brothers, weren't they?
Yeah,
I
they
think
were-
The brothers,
they were on the same
The
team.
brothers finished within a foot of each other.
That's
so
awesome.
it was pretty good.
But what a
competition.
fun! And I think they were 17 last night. I don't know if they all answered the call tonight, but it was really fun.
What would you do if you guys had to say red and green and orange and yellow and how do you say?
You wouldn't
say
even do
Deutz
that.
green?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't
Like,
even.
where's all my Deutz green?
Well, and then how do you say Oliver green? Where's my dark green thing?
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
then
How do
you're-
you?
yeah.
Yeah, that,
and then
that,
a couple of those Olivers are 2 different colors last night.
yes, yeah.
There
so
was Oliver green and then more of a sort of a darker green, but it's been fun. And here comes our 5:30
yes, it
guest
looks
as
like our
he
5:15
saunters in.
Did
His
not,
future's so bright.
He's
gotta
got to wear shades.
Yeah.
I'll let Donnie, you can sit where I
Yes.
am, but Kenzie just
No,
wanted
no,
me.
we'll put him over here. We'll put
Yeah, you
Donnie
can stay
next
with
to
us if you'd like,
yes,
Jay.
yeah,
Oh, I do. I just
Yeah, we'll put Donnie right here
wanted
next
to
to
check you.
Jeremy and.
at 6:45 tonight. They're going to interview the potential points contenders before the show. So
Okay.
like on the track.
Okay.
Krista,
Announcer-
I'm sure Krista will do that.
Yeah.
or-
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
So we want to give you guys a heads up on that. Donnie Sullivan did 2023 Grand National two-wheel drive.
Get it right up
champion.
here on your. There you go.
Yeah,
All
Donnie.
right. So we like to call Donnie the Iceman.
The Iceman.
The Iceman.
He was ice cold last night in the big stick, just like A to B, just strong as could be. I think we were at 230.
He took the lead
He
at the
took
time.
the lead
240.
at 240.
340.
340. Sorry, 340 took the lead like everyone was standing still, and we thought, okay, well, this is going to stand. And
And we started to see the distances kind of go back the other way. And then we seen Suffer Insanity, last hook in the class.
Yeah,
Second, we had the restarts there, but
I made a pretty good run, I thought. I didn't know if it'd hold up. He's been running awful good lately, and didn't work out. But we dug a little more deeper.
well, but
into
you advanced in the point standings, and you're still in the hunt. So I think
How tight, Donnie? Before last night, how far were you behind?
5,
5. And today you are
6.
6. Okay.
But I was in 4th place yesterday, and
Now
I'm
you're
in second.
going in.
So
Now he's right.
I'm, I need to win the poll. Period, and need Suffering Insanity to get 7th, and we got it done.
So we got to
We've
get
seen it
6.
crazier.
Yeah.
We
Well,
saw
yeah.
R.J. Simon in the Super Semis this year. Trailed Brian all year.
Yes.
Right.
And then Brian breaks the rear end, and like R.J. said, I didn't want that to happen. You don't
Right.
want to win like that, Donnie.
No, you want him to lay one down, and you want to be able to drive just like he did me last night. I mean,
Yeah.
I made a great run, I thought, and he put it right by me. So it was.
Hey, at the time, Donnie, nobody had gone over 340 right at that point.
no. I think
No.
we were 330,
338.
338 mid.
338 was the lead distance at that point.
Right.
But
was-
it'd been that way for a while.
Yeah.
Like, we thought, okay, well, it's going to stand. And
Like
then,
it wasn't one of those like the road's been built and everybody just goes out
No,
a foot
we
farther.
saw,
Not at all.
we saw them advancing, and then they got 338, and then they kind of just leveled off a little bit. And then,
yeah, the first 7 or 8 would take the lead each time, and then it kind of stagnated, and then it would grow a little bit, and then kind of pull back, and then he blew it out of the water by a good 2.5 feet, and we thought, okay, well,
Did
we
you
got
pick a different line, Donnie, or anything?
yeah.
a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in Wasion. So this is like these are legitimate questions.
So we kind of pointed it out on the FullPull.Live show,
Awesome.
where Donnie kind of spotted the sled, and then competitors after him didn't follow where he. I mean,
No,
the guy
like,
just
it
took
was-
the lead, and we're like, you got to be kidding me! Like they did not follow,
But then Chase
but then
did.
Chase did. Yes,
Chase
yes.
saw the path and moved right back into his tracks and split it and
So
came back.
somebody just took the lead, and we did. Okay.
Yeah, no one
shame
was
on
building,
them.
no one was building a road or taking the opportunity last night to build a road. But one thing I noticed, the whole evening, and I don't know if you experienced this at all, but did that track want to pull you to the left? Like it seemed like it was everybody was just going left last night.
It's a little wetter on the left, and there's a little bit of a crown there. It seemed like the one that started on the far right came to the left harder.
Real hard.
Right, real hard.
That's the main reason why I went the other way, trying to shoot it. And mine started coming left, and I thought I was going to hit the brake, but it leveled out and went on out through there.
Okay.
Donnie, last year's championship, did it come down to the wire like this as well?
I was up 13 going into the first night, and I clinched it the first night.
Yep.
So tonight was no pressure.
So Canton was the finale last year as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you know the track, you've been here?
Yeah, it's a good track.
Yeah, it looks like it. So
yeah, it'll be tough. There's 2 or 3 right behind me that could win it too, and if I stumble, I could fall back.
Pulling order wise, like where are you at? Where's Chase at? Where the top
do you have early hooks tonight, or are you
guys all kind of grouped together? Or?
Yeah, I'm 20 and Chase is 22. So
okay. So
and one of Petro's is 19 and 21. So we're all kind of.
So you guys are all. Oh, that's interesting.
I think Foster's have an early hook.
Yeah,
and
Foster and Hunt are like 4 and 5, and then the other ones in the contention are all together
down at the bottom there. So
interesting. So you're going to have some time to look at things and make some adjustments and be the big stick.
We're not going to change a lot. Just it's same dirt, same sled. It might be a little wetter, a little drier, but
And 2-wheelers are first, right, Donnie?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That's a good deal to get to run when there's some people here at one time.
Yep.
That's fair.
Our class is so big, and it's kind of a nuisance a lot of places just because there's so many of us, and nobody wants to watch that many of anything, in my opinion. So.
At Farley, you were first hook and won it.
Yes.
And then you said, I interviewed you in the winner's circle for Full Pull, and you said, Jason, that's I don't want to watch 31-2.
No.
Oh my gosh! I think at Farley we had 40 something.
Yeah, I had 42 in Brandenburg this year.
I mean it was that was a lot to sit, and you were sitting out there, and they were just shooting at you, and held on for the win.
We had a little luck there. The track they had so much rain, and it was wet, and it never did dry out enough to, first is always an advantage. I don't care what class you are. If you got a really good piece of equipment and you make a good lap first, that's hard to run down. You never really want one of your big hitters, in my opinion, to be first because you can't hardly catch them a lot of times.
Okay.
Right. Makes sense.
So.
Awesome. Well, let's talk a little bit about, the Sullivan ambiance, the Sullivan aura. I mean, you've been doing this a really long time, and you guys are very, very good at it. What do you attribute that success to? I mean, I know you come from legendary, blood. The Sullivan name in Warsaw is famous in pulling circles, but it takes hard work to do this, and you guys are really good at it. What do you attribute that to?
We work really hard at it. I mean, I got good help. My dad, he's 79. He goes to the shop every day, and Steve Grouse and Jason Bond and my brothers, and it takes an army to be able to run like we do, trying to run the tractor with 2 engines and 3 engines and run the trucks. And the trucks is, in my opinion, the most challenging class in pulling.
Sure.
Everybody has the same horsepower option with 1 engine, and you want to make as much power as you can, but you can only put so much to the ground with the small tires. It's very different. Like I've drove our mod and stuff, and you gas it and it hooks itself. If you don't make this truck get going,
it won't get going.
You're common.
Okay.
I mean, it's tough. It's tough to drive it, and it's even tougher when you're really running it hard
on the ragged edge, right?
Because the more power you're making, the easier it is once to spin on you. Kind of just like drag racing, and they smoke their tires. We don't smoke them, but we spin and start bobbing the front end, and then you're done.
And I've always wanted to ask you this question. I ask everyone this question, but I don't think I've ever asked you because you've pulled everything. But, you pulled 2-wheelers, you pulled minis, you pulled mods. If I wrote you a blank check tomorrow and I said you have to build something that you've never pulled before and pull a class that you've never, ever hooked in, what would it be?
I don't know. I like the light super class.
That would be fun to watch. Right. I'd like to see a Sullivan pull a light super.
I'm not going to pull one.
No.
But
hey, you love that.
I didn't think
mini
it'd
rod.
be anything with smoke. I didn't think it'd be anything with smoke.
You
love that mini rod,
the alcohol though, but yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I can see that.
The mini rod class is, it's a lot of fun, and to be able to run competitive in that, you really got to work at it. And
sure.
You got to really try to tear it up. And I was fortunate enough to get to drive one 7 times, and I won 4 out of 7. I got a good average, but 2 of the other 3 times I wrecked it. So
well, it's all or nothing, Donnie.
Yeah,
all or nothing.
It was my son's family, or my son's girlfriend's family, and he's there from California. When they came out here, Robbie he don't want to run for second.
Right.
And
so put it on kill. And,
so you didn't.
We had
no, he didn't.
We had a pretty good little stretch there.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, Jesslyn did well.
Absolutely.
Won the deal at Norwalk, and should have won Bowling Green, but the blower didn't stay on. It went off at 340. But no, we have a lot of fun. I mean, we enjoy pulling. I mean, the competitors are good people. I mean, there's definitely ones that you want to beat more than others.
Sure.
But everybody will help everybody, and that's what makes the sport so good, in my opinion.
Well,
we saw that last night with the
Noticed
hunts.
that last night with the hunts, like threw a rod yesterday, and lots of folks were down there helping them get that thing back in and overnight. I think they were up to like 3 or 3:30 getting that done. But awesome. Well, like I say, it's always a pleasure to ask you questions and pick your brain. It sure is fun. So good luck tonight. And is there anybody you'd like to thank?
Oh, I just want to thank my family, my wife, for putting up with all this foolishness that we do. And
it is foolishness.
It is
It's fun foolishness.
It's fun. Yes, it's very fun.
And my dad, he's been doing it forever, and we go really hard to keep him going.
Yeah,
and,
sure. Absolutely.
If we could just get him out front, that'd be mean more than me winning it. It's just
absolutely.
We're in the short roads there, and we're trying to do all we can there.
Makes sense.
If it makes you feel any better, Donnie, the people are with you tonight, because we have head-to-heads on FullPull.Picks.com. So that you have to pick between barbed wire, big stick, Kathy's complaint, and suffer insanity. You're the favorite out of that bunch. So the people have voted for Sullivan so far with their money,
and they're giving money to you. So
it's not like,
if
I hope
you got to
right.
win.
But we're going to give it. We will definitely throw everything we got at it, and I don't know if. I think Chase will have to have a little trouble. I think we can possibly win the pull if everything falls right, but I don't know if he's going to be able to fall far enough.
Get enough in between you guys to.
I mean, but anything can happen.
It'd be
pulling.
6 spots, right? Because there's 1 for NTPA.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
like I'm 6 down. I got to win. If I win and he gets 7th, I would win the tiebreaker because I would have more wins. But if I don't win, I got to beat him by 7 spots.
Gotcha.
It's kind of confusing, but you can't count out barbed wire and all.
No,
that.
No, it's been a crazy year like that.
Yes, it's.
Nobody is really. I'm very thankful to be in this position because I've had a lot of clunkers and
been able to be right here. Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
It should have been.
Where were your clunkers at this year, Donnie?
Rockwell had a bad one. Brandenburg had a good, strong 28th.
A good, strong 28th.
And
how does one define a good, strong 28th, Donnie? Take us down that path.
He got it down the track,
right.
A to B, good, strong 28.
A strong 28.
But, it will. They will humble you. No matter. Chase and I were both really good last night, but
It could be 180 tonight.
Right.
It ain't over till it's over.
That's right. The fat lady's not singing yet.
Right, and that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes it more fun. It's hard on you guys and your hair loss and anxiety, but
you just really try to, count every pull as just another pull, just like the farm show and Bowling Green. I mean, if you overthink it, you usually beat yourself.
You take yourself right.
It might not work, but we're going to do our best.
It sure sounds good.
That's right. Now, if the chips fall where they are, that would be Grand National Championship number 3, correct? For two-wheel drive class.
Yes, back to back. That's what we're shooting for.
So the other one was 07, if I remember right. 07.
Yes.
Okay.
We've been fortunate. We've been able to stay competitive, and that's tough because there's a lot of teams that've got a budget out here, and we've done it over time and just kind of kept building up, buying, selling this and that, and to be able to run with what some of them in our classes makes you feel pretty special.
Absolutely.
I got another question, Donnie. Like this year, Jeremy and I had talked about this last night. This year, we have seen more first-time winners in two-wheel drive competition, I think, than we've ever seen. Yeah. What do you think? Is it just everybody's got good stuff, and we just?
I mean, yes, everybody's
okay.
The first-timers, they're not first-time pullers. They might be the first time on the circuit.
Right. But I mean, like Tim Beatty, he's been on the circuit here a couple. He got his first win here, first Grand National win, and it's like just
Jake
you're seeing
Shepard,
guys,
swept the weekend at Meade County. who else? There's just been
Unger.
Unger, had one this year.
Out there at Rockwell, we had two first. So I mean, it's like you never hardly see that.
No.
Usually it's you old pros that are up there with the wins.
Well, that's the thing. Like Jesse, Petrie, Buckeye Hauler, and Big Stick have been we've been tied together all year, and both of us have faltered so much, and to still have a chance is because in years past, somebody will get hot and win 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 top 5s, and you can get some distance. But this year, nobody's been able to do that at all.
Right.
Everybody's been hot at different times.
Yeah.
So that's kind of kept everybody bunched together. And well, Donnie, we're going to let you go get back. I know you guys are first class, so we want to get you ready to go here tonight. We don't want to get you overthinking here. We want to keep the Iceman cool.
He seems pretty.
He's the Iceman.
He looks good.
As Butch Krieger would say, he is cool, calm, and copacetic.
Yeah, I hope we are in about 2 hours. So. Thank you, guys.
Good luck, Donnie.
Good luck tonight.
Good luck, Donnie.
Ladies and gentlemen, Donnie Sullivan, driver of that big stick,
Warsaw,
here with us
Kentucky.
tonight out of the Bluegrass State. And we will bring in our friend from the Great White North.
Great White North.
I'm going to say most improved pro stock.
I'll take that. Yeah.
And it's not, put your headset on there, Chance.
Here you go.
Okay.
And then get the mic close to your lips there so we can hear you.
Can you hear me good?
There you go.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chance McGrath comes to us out of New Brunswick, Canada. Thank you for being with us this weekend and all season. It's been great to see you back kind of on the circuit. The last Chance, too, is back in the conversation.
When he left the starting line in Benson on Friday night, I'm like, oh, Chance has a different sound.
He's back.
Chance is not messing around.
Now, Chance, tell us about it. I mean, we saw you on the Grand National Circuit, 16, 17, and then kind of got away from things there for a while. I know, obviously, with COVID, you guys couldn't come over and stuff. But when you guys decide to, redo the program and all that?
Well, and like you said, during COVID, things slowed up quite a bit because we couldn't cross the border for basically 2 years. I've got 3 young kids at home too, so that kind of slowed things down a little bit. Couldn't travel quite as much. But last year, after Bowling Green, we were having issues of keeping sleeves within round.
Okay.
So we decided we need to go to a solid block to keep those sleeves within round. We were having a lot of sleeves and piston issues, and so I called Kevin and Colin at Chaos Fabrication, and they put a new motor together for us, and we've been really happy ever since.
That was a good phone call, Chance.
I was going to say.
If you had one like that, what was that game show?
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, right?
You
got one phone
a friend.
Phone a friend. Yes. You picked the right friend.
Yes.
And actually, I was a little off on that story. Colin was pushing. He most people know him as a diesel superstock puller, but he's a pretty good salesman, too.
Yeah.
He wants to see those red tractors. It doesn't matter what. He wants to see those red tractors back up there. And
100%. He called me 2 or 3 times, and, he was really happy with our program, and I guess it was December, I think. I said, okay, let's go with it. So they put it together, and we picked it up just before Benson, went to Benson, and Friday night wasn't I didn't finish well.
It sounded, I'm telling you, I knew she was new.
It sounded good.
Something different, yes.
Everything looked good on the data, and then Saturday night we came out and got 3rd, and then we were kind of hooked. So then we carried on to Farley the next weekend and finished 4th there. So then we're that far out there, we might as well stay for Toma.
Right.
Or Hutch
We've
first.
heard this story.
Right. It just kept going, and then here we are.
Here we are in Labor Day weekend.
Brandenburg, Kentucky. Like I said, and then I know at some point you started flying home, leaving the tractor in the States, and then flying back in.
What is the travel? How do you where do you keep it? What's the travel workout?
So after it's been staying at Chaos for the most part. We fly to Pittsburgh and then fly home. We stayed at Larry and Brandon Phillips after Chapel Hill. We flew there and pulled in Brandenburg, and then went out and got it the following weekend to go to Rockwell.
So funny story, Jason. So we pulled till 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning Saturday night in Brandenburg. Good. I'm announcing he's pulling. I leave 5:30 a.m. for Disney World. In the airport, in security, right behind me is Chance McGrath.
He wasn't going to Disney World.
He wasn't going to Disney World.
No,
he was going back to New Brunswick. So,
yes.
But it was good to see him and his pop there in the line. Hey, I just saw you. It's been a couple hours. Did you sleep? No, neither did I.
How long of a flight is that, Chance?
It's about 5-hour travel time.
That's what I figured.
And then you have to fly into Maine and then go across, right?
We fly into Maine, yes, either Bangor, Maine, or Presque Isle, Maine. One's only 30 minutes from home, and one's a couple hours. Just depending on where we're going, which flight we need to take.
Yep.
And then as far as industries go, like, away from pulling, you're in agriculture. You've got implement dealerships.
Yeah, we've got several businesses on the go. We've got 3 Case dealerships, one sole Case IH, one dual Case IH New Holland, one Case Construction.
Okay.
Awesome. We farm potatoes. Our main business would be we have a packaging plant where we wash, size, grade, and package for retail chain stores, like the 5-pound bag potatoes you'd buy at the grocery store. That's what we do. We ship 95% of our product down the eastern seaboard of the United States.
Okay, and it's all grown there in New Brunswick.
Everything's going in Canada, but we supply our customers year-round, so we're buying product. We have our storage product out of New Brunswick, Canada, but then we're bringing product out of Florida, Virginia, Massachusetts, as growing regions change. We even bring product as far as out of California back to Canada.
Wow. Okay, gotcha.
And then we also have we've got 30 transports that we haul, refrigerated trailers.
Okay.
We haul produce.
So you're pretty busy.
Yeah, we've got enough on the go.
Now let's talk about that. So you're Centerville, New Brunswick.
Correct.
Right on pretty much the main border, correct?
Yes, right at the end of the Interstate 95. We're right there.
So from here, probably
1,200 miles.
1,200 miles from Canton, Ohio.
Yeah,
here. So did the thought ever go through to call the tractor the potato wagon, or no? That never.
It was always the last chance. I think my mother actually came up with the name one time.
Okay, all right.
I started pulling in 2005. So,
what was your first tractor?
It was a light pro stock.
Okay.
Yep. My dad at Tim Engler built a new light pro stock, which I still have.
You do?
It's
nice.
It's actually pulling tonight in Nova Scotia.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
Maritime pullers, wasn't it? You involved with the Maritime?
Yep,
I remember you guys used to come out eastern New York there for quite a while with your two tractors.
Now, what sheet metal was the Light Pro?
It's a 170, Case H 170.
Nice.
What's it called?
Last Chance.
Okay.
Okay.
There's Last Chance.
There's Last Chance
one
and then
and two.
Last Chance 2 is the Pro.
That's correct. Yep.
I just got nervous, Chance, because the authorities pulled up, but they're not coming after us.
Okay, good.
Well, they're probably looking for who.
Yeah, they might have some questions.
We're good. Yeah. But now we were just talking about where's Dad this weekend.
He took the weekend
I
off.
can't believe that. I
that
I enjoy my
me.
conversations with Dad, seeing how things are going. And
I think he's only missed 2 this summer. He's taking this weekend off, but he'll be at Sandwich next week. And if any luck at all, and we finish top 5, we'll be at Enderley the following week.
Where are you sitting at right now? We can check our sheet.
We're third in the points right
Third
now.
in the points.
and
Nice.
big victory, Bowling Green. Let's talk about that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
good
that
to
was-
see you in the winner's circle there.
Huge.
That was awesome. It was a really good run. You know, the only way you can win in this class is to have a picture perfect run, and it was picture perfect. And I was really fortunate because the rear end let go right at the end.
Oh, really? Okay.
Okay.
So tell us about your run last night here, Canton. What'd you think of the track? Have you pulled here before?
This was the second time I pulled here.
Okay.
Track was really good. I was really pleased with my run. I wouldn't have changed much. Had a little bit of boost leak last night. The boys are over there fixing that right now, so hopefully that maybe changes things a little bit for tonight.
And Colin is here, right? Or he was?
He is, yes.
Okay.
Who are the boys? When you say the boys, who are the boys?
Well, Colin's over there.
That's a good boy to have.
Yeah, and my buddy Andrew, who drives the truck around.
Nice. So Colin delivered Bauer's new diesel super stock to Wasion, Ohio last
Yes,
night.
he did.
So
Yeah, he
that
delivered
broke
that.
the internet.
It did.
Yeah,
As soon
and
as I saw that, I was like,
posted it.
"Whoa!"
Yeah.
I was excited.
It'll look good when
Oh.
it's all painted up.
It looked cool
They don't
like
do
that.
they don't do anything that's not good looking.
and
no
you know it'll
second
run good.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That's going to be. That's like Colin is by far the most dominant in the long time.
Yeah.
And he put something together for Bowers that can run with him. So
Oh, 100%.
it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
They build it for one reason, and that's to win.
I would say
Yeah.
Bowling Green probably the amount of Canadians. Can I say that? Am I saying it right? I don't want to say it wrong. The people, my friends from the north, or
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
They're
fine.
from the Great White North. That's what I
Bowling
was saying.
Green, the Canadian fans there. Holy cow!
I would
Chance.
say it's probably close, almost 50-50.
Yeah, there
Would you say?
are
I mean,
at least at least 60-40.
Yeah,
you know,
at least
I mean,
getting close to 50-50.
Well,
There's-
Bowling Green really isn't far from Ontario.
Right.
It's probably a 2-hour drive. So I think
No,
there's
but
a
you
lot.
hear Canada and you just think the other side of the world.
Oh,
Because it's
yeah.
another country.
Most people, when they think of Canada, they think of Toronto.
yeah.
They don't know anything else about it.
yeah.
And it's a long ways away, and it only snows.
Right. Now, do you get a lot of snow in New Brunswick?
I mean, a fair amount. The last few years hasn't been a whole lot, though. But typically, the 20th of December, like December 20th, and it'll be gone by the 10th of April.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Not too bad. Not too bad. That's,
So, do you do snowmobiling up there too?
Yes, we do. Yep. That's a winter activity.
Okay.
When does winter start for you?
Oh, it usually. I mean, we don't really have a whole lot of snow typically until the 1st of December.
Okay. Is it lake effect?
Yeah, you could sometimes, not where we are,
Okay.
no. But I've seen green grass right up till Christmas before as
Okay.
well.
That's awesome. Ask your other class question. I love that, Jeremy.
Okay. I'm
you
going to write
remember
you.
Jeremy.
Oh,
Jeremy.
you remember?
Yes, I
Hi.
remember.
Here, I'll do it for you.
I'm going
My
to
name's
write you.
Jeremy Krieger.
I'm going to write you a blank check tomorrow.
Okay.
Money is no object. You
That's
have to
Jeremy,
build.
that's a blank check.
You have to
buddy.
build something that's not a pro stock and it's not a light pro. It can't be something you already either own or have pulled competitively.
What would it be?
What would it be?
Oh, it'd definitely be a diesel super, but I'd have to have 2 full-time mechanics come with it.
Well, we said money's no object.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
money's no
we
object.
can afford that
Yeah.
with our blank check.
So diesel.
Excellent.
Oh, so we got
Yeah.
another diesel
I love
super.
that.
There we
Bring
go.
it back.
All
Yes.
Right. All right.
Okay, good. Last chance 3 then.
They'd have,
I don't know what we
they'd
call
have 3
that
turbos. They'd have to have 3. It comes from Colin. So.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. That
Nice.
would work good. Yeah.
Well, cool.
There you go.
Nice.
Well, Chance, we're going to let you go. We're going to wrap up our show with some picks and stuff. Thank you for coming on. Dude, it's like a seriously, and then like most improve, it kind of always feels like that's, but seriously, just night and day. You're
Appreciate
tracking
it.
how
Just
it's
figuring it
running
out.
in.
It's great to see you back on the circuit.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We've been having a lot of fun.
You know, that's one thing. Like you say, you've been away from it for a while, and good to see you back on here and running great too.
It's been a long summer, I'll tell you that. Just flying back and forth, but
Your
it's
frequent flyer miles could probably afford you a week
trip to
a
Disney.
week to Tahiti at this point.
a few, yes. but I mean, it's hard to believe. This weekend and Sandwich and it's done.
I know we always get tired and burnt out,
Right.
and then it's over, and they're like, "What?"
And then before you know, we're going to start talking about Louisville.
If there was just a few less hooks, maybe every other weekend, it wouldn't be a big deal.
But people need the pro stocks.
Oh, they love the
They
pro
would
stocks.
die
Need the
without
womp
their
womp.
pro
Yeah,
stock.
what 22
Absolutely.
hooks?
22
I think
hooks.
this year. Yeah, 22 hooks.
It's a great class.
It is for sure.
It's a great class. Chance, thank you, buddy.
Good luck
tonight.
tonight. Thank
Good
you so
luck.
much.
Yes.
Thanks.
So, fans, for those of you watching at home, we want you on the live stream tonight at FullPull.Live. Again, if you have a monthly subscription already, you can go back and watch Wasion last night. You can go back and watch Canton last night. Listen to these two beautiful men and their beautiful voices. One of them has a face for radio. I'll let you choose for that. So, FullPullPicks.com.
Man.
FullPullPicks.com, everybody. Pro stocks. I don't have any money in my account, but let's
That's totally my
We
fault, by the
spent
way.
it all. Yeah, we spent it all the other night.
Bill at Binder, you guys give me 2. I'm going to
Bill
buzz through.
Binder-
No, I'm
Not
done.
here.
I'm not doing it again.
Okay, Bill Binder's not here?
Bill Binder's
Okay.
not here.
No.
So Red Gambler, Think Green, Injected Funds, Rampage, Mac Daddy, Money on Black, Youngblood, Loud and Heavy X, Mac Nasty, Warpath, Last Chance 2, and a great interview with Chance, New Generation Plus, Get Her Done Deer. Who do you guys like? Give me 2.
Warpath.
Okay. How did he finish last night?
He was a little bit down. I
Okay.
mean, he wasn't like we saw last week in Wellington. And I'm going to go. Well, my 2 would be Warpath, and I'm going to go Rampage.
Okay.
I'm going to go Last Chance and New Generation Plus.
Like it. I like it a lot. Let's move to light super stocks, guys. You're going to pick 2. Extremely Insane, Digger's Deer, Bin Buster, On the Edge, A&D Excessive Force, Detonator Black, Whiskey Spine, Yield Express, Over the Edge, Brandon Phillips with his John Deere, Letterbuck, Ridge Runner, Considered Armed and Dangerous, Galat, Gunpowder and Lead, and the Red IH.
I'll let you go first for this one.
All right, I'm gonna throw something at it tonight that's just unprecedented. But give me Rex Kuhn and give me Wedelson.
Nope, those were my
I
2
like it.
picks.
I
I
like it.
agree.
I like it a lot.
Both guys had trouble last night, so
But,
that's
yeah.
that's kind of well, Wedelson had an issue with a spark plug, and Rex had issues as well. So yeah, that's
2-wheel drive head-to-head. So I'm going to say 4 names. You're going to pick a winner.
Okay.
Barbed Wire, Big Stick, Kathy's Complaint, Suffer Insanity.
Oh man.
Oh, look at he must have heard
at the same time.
as he walked by as calm and cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
Colin
man.
Iceman 2 here.
Iceman 2.
Yeah, I'm
You got
gonna
to pick 2.
You got to pick 1.
I'm gonna be sentimental here and give me Woodbury, Tennessee.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the Mid-Southers on this one. I think they're not showing their whole hand, and I think West Foster can do it tonight.
I'm going to go with Big Stick.
Big Stick.
I'm gonna
Like
go
it.
Big Stick.
All
Let's
right.
just switch it up.
That's
But
cool.
I got to ask you that question,
Oh,
Jason.
I'm going to go. I kind of like Foster too.
Okay.
I really do. I just think it's I got to know Wesley. Came in, did one of the live streams with us, and we kind of been friends on the internet. Not like that, Jeremy.
No. I totally understand.
No, just texting and messaging back and forth and paying attention. I like the chances. And,
yeah, great family.
Yeah, it is.
Great family.
And they're very strong. Can't count them out, and they know this game very well.
Okay, pick a winner out of this: Shameless, Crosswired, Alcohol Addiction Retapped, or the Buckeye Hauler. Obviously, all the money right now is on the Buckeye Hauler because it's Petro.
Right.
You could put Petro on anything, and they'd sign up. The dump truck class.
I'm gonna Shameless. I'm gonna go Shameless.
He had a good pass last night, but I was impressed with Jacob Shepard again last night. I was impressed with him at Brandenburg. I think he's had a great summer. Give me the Alcohol Addiction Retap.
And that confidence.
Absolutely. He's exuding it, and they're learning it, and they're figuring it out. And hopefully his wife Hannah will get to pull tonight as well. So we didn't get to see her last night in Pretty in the Pink due to an issue with the hitch.
Yes.
They've been grinding on that thing all day. The nub on the hook could not get down into the hitch, and
just like we saw over in Fort Recovery with Bowers.
So they've got that fixed now. So hopefully she'll make a good. They had great passes together at Bowling Green. Like she's good. So we'll see how she does tonight. But yeah, give me Jacob Shepard.
Cool. And I'm gonna take Petro. Just he's a stud.
He goes with the favorite.
He does.
Absolutely.
It's easy.
I mean, you can't go wrong with Petro.
No, absolutely.
And we do have games up, cash pick games as well for Ridgeland, Wisconsin tomorrow. That will be a free live stream on Facebook and YouTube. From Ridgeland, Wisconsin. That's a fun poll, guys. Huge hillside. I think I talked about it on
Sure, absolutely,
is that, Badger State?
Region 3.
Region 3.
Region 3, yep.
TPA.
And it's just a fun poll. Good Labor Day, kind of a Labor Day. They're in Jim Falls, Wisconsin tonight, and all the pollers go about an hour and a half away over to Ridgeland. We have games up for them. Mini rods tomorrow. So like Pysigs will be there. Guzas went back home.
Oh, yeah,
last night.
Guzas, yes. Took their schmuckety back up home.
Yep.
Oh, that's good stuff, though.
Yes.
Oh, you tried that?
Oh,
my goodness.
Yes, fans. If you ever go by the Guza pit and get some schmuckety.
We do have to have Brian talk to us about that.
I just don't. I need to learn the
ratios.
The ratios.
Yes.
If I could figure that out, like it's Sundrop and Cherry. Cherry Windsor.
Only available up that way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Windsor Canadian Cherry whiskey.
Dagenhart's do something with Windsor, too.
Oh,
but I drank too much of it,
Black,
I forget.
Yeah, Black Cherry Windsor. Black Cherry Windsor and Sundrop. I just know that they gave me a red solo cup of something that I thought was non-alcoholic, and 3 or 4 cups into it, I was in deep, deep trouble.
Yes.
And I
realized you could not make
looked at Miles and said, I don't know what this is, but I should probably not have any more of it.
Yes.
So you have games for minis, super farms, and 4-1s in Ridgeland.
Yep.
And then let's just recap the points one more time, what the fans can witness some history tonight.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Champions will be crowned.
We'll start off two-wheel drive class. Points leader, Chase Richardson,
Suffering Sanity. And the Willies.
6 points ahead of the big stick. Donnie Sullivan sitting in that number 2 spot.
And that would be Chase's first Grand National
Yes.
Championship.
It would, yes.
That would be correct, yes.
Yes, Wes Foster sits 10 back in the barbed wire.
He's hungry. He's another one.
And it's very possible.
And absolutely, well within.
One of you said he's got an early hook, and everybody else is back.
Well, and Taz is early, too.
Okay.
So Taz in barbed wire are early in the class, and then everybody
Texas,
else.
Tennessee, Kentucky, basically.
That's
right?
correct.
Basically, and then Ohio.
And then Ohio, and
never
Michigan.
Never count out Ohio there.
Tennessee, Texas, Indiana.
Yes.
In the top 10. So
then
light
supers
that's two-wheel drives, and then light supers. Terry Blackburn leading the way here.
Blackburn,
1
and
point.
then. But now you've got 2 Whitworth tractors in 2 and 3.
Yep. So 1 point behind with the Yield Express tractor, and then 22 behind with the Bin Buster, and then we've got a tie here for 4th spot between Adam Spiegelberg and then Brandon Phillips tied for that number 4 spot. I mean, they're back 23 points, and I don't think we'll see that big a swing. We only got 15 in the class, so it's really pretty much a 2-horse race here.
Absolutely.
So Jeremy, Dan, they will be your commentators on air tonight. All kinds of knowledge, all kinds of experience, awesome announcers. So happy to have them part of FullPull.Live this weekend. Jeremy's going to be with us again in Sandwich.
Next weekend on Saturday.
I'm going to do Thursday night, and then you and Darren?
I don't know. I haven't been told.
I got to check my list. And then the Enderley, I got Bert, PK, and Darren, I think, at the Enderley as well. So as we wrap up that. So sign off, Dan the man.
Yeah, well, thanks for joining us. Once again, 7 o'clock start time. If you're not here in Stark County,
you should be.
FullPull.Live.
Right.
Yes.
But if you can't be,
yes,
dial up FullPull.Live.
FullPull.Live, and we will go 5 classes here tonight.